It's Week 14 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching the Oilers' superstar running back. Your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Oilers and the Texans on EA Sports.
Well, the skies certainly aren't cooperating, Brock, but for a lot of those guys on the fields, this is perfect football weather as we welcome you to another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt. Yeah. These teams don't like each other. They could fake it. They could say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And
well, this weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And we're off and running from Houston. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. Lone back gets the handoff. But he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. Now, this is a list that hurts a lot more this time of year. They need every one of these guys out there as they fight for a spot in the postseason.
it is all hands on deck the rest of the way. And every guy who's been lost at some point this season, his presence is surely sorely missed out there. Every team's fighting for a playoff spot, Kate. In the same boat at this point, it's a war of attrition. And who's got the ones standing and fighting at the end? They're often the ones who make a postseason run.
Throw on third down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So now it's the Texans' turn to take the field for the first time. And leading them out is the second overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Finds his man Chase. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll come up first and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Cooper to Jean with the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Stroud. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it sets up a Houston first. Give now to the running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Here he goes on the bootleg. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Knowing how our wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, we're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate, and I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone, you got to make something happen, or you could take a risk like that, a huge sack for this defense.
So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. Definitely not an automatic here. This 41 yards away.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Oilers and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And no one has been better than him at finding the end zone through the air all year. He's leading this league in passing touchdowns late in our season. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one doesn't go far. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Setting up a throw. Into traffic, complete. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Cordell Flott there on the stop. So now here's 3rd and 5. Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing now, off play action. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be Texans football. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their 2nd drive of the contest. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and 13. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Hauled in by Musgrave. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. He gets 6 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Oilers get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
Well, nickel has really become the base defense for so many teams in the league because the passing game has become so prevalent today. It really makes it so much more difficult to find an open throwing lane. It gives defenses a lot more speed on the back end to step in front of passes just like that.
And it's still largely a rough outline, Brock. Not a finalized picture just yet, but our playoffs are starting to take shape. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down. From the red zone now. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain. 1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to Houston in just a moment. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on.
And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Oilers parlay the interception into points. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
That one splits the uprights. And the Oilers take a 4-point lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. On first down, they'll run. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. An early jump of the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. The penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic first down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact. This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
The Texans set to punt. And this is the first time he's been called on today. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they're going to take over possession. The Oilers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And with the end of the season in sight, he's looking for a strong finish to capture that NFL rushing crown. Putting the tight end in motion. Finds his man over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. All set up now for 1st and 10. Design bootleg here. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 38. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
1st and 10 from the 41. Still sticking with the passing game. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 37. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. And that brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
He's going to throw this one. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
This return makes it up to the 25. Out now come the Texans on offense. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down. Throwing is Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that one a 44-yard punt. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. 2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 43. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Pass play coming here. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Oilers take a 13-point lead. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Oilers double their lead to 14. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud completes this one to Chase. And they touch him down, looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Stroud. Complete out to the right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds him over the middle. Rolling into enemy territory. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Now looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30. Timeout taken by the offense. Their second. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This, 42 yards from the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So we've reached the end of 2. The Oilers, currently in front in Houston. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin in the Alamo city of San Antonio, Texas, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Vikes have played as consistently well as anyone all season, and they upped their record to 9-4 with a victory there. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Huard.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now here's the Houston offense. They've got it first to begin the third. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Escapes the pocket.
Tick, tick, tick. Tick-tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
From the 31. Complete out to the right. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Cooper DeJean with the stop. 3rd and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you off the field.
They'll send out the punting here. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. The Oilers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And he's already scored once this game, something he's made a bit of a habit of this season. As we see, he's among the league's best at finding that end zone. Throwing it to start this drive. He completes it in traffic. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. He picks up 15 on the play. And it sets up a Houston first. Back to throw. Catch made over the middle. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. They're going play action. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it sets up a Houston first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. They go play action here. And he loses control of the interception in the end zone. Could have taken away some potential points, but instead, new life, 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Still sticking with the passing game. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
QBs, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Dialing up a pass here on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. They'll throw it again. We put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
They are throwing it again. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Oilers push their lead further to start the half. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one splits the uprights. And the Oilers take a 3-possession lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To the air, Stroud. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Airing it out to start this drive. Catch made by Cooks. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Third down and 8 yards to go.
Dropping back to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
The Oilers about set to punt. Matt Ariza, the one to send it away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And the fair catch made here at the 15. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually. So second down coming up. Looking to throw, Stroud. Completes this one to Chase. And he'll get it up to the 27. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
First down,
From the gun, Stroud. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Motioning left is their running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
They steal the frequency on those opposing headsets. Somebody reading lips or steal a signal from the opposing sideline, Kate, because somehow this defense knew what was coming. They broke on that screen. It was incredible. What a stop.
And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Let's see what they went with on third down. Shotgun now for Stroud. He's trying to push the field. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And that brings up 4th and long. Stroud. He's looking deep once again. Brought in inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans get it back to within 2 possessions. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Texans cut the lead down to 10.
Texans 17.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Play action on first down. This finds Cooks complete. Picked up a few as he heads out of bounds. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They motion the tight end over. From the 45 on second down. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker. The Texans bringing out an extra DB. Third down coming up. Throwing from the gun here. Dumps it off to his running back.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on third down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Punting unit out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Stroud. This one taken in by Chase. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Finds him on the slant. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Hits him on the in route. On the move, past the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st down, ball at the 36. They'll run it from the gun. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 34. On target to Musgrave. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now it's Stroud. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Oilers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, that's now a 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Their offense running back out now. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Fits it through the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. They'll run here on 1st down. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's tackled with markers
Offside.
down. This
Defense.
one should be on the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Looking to the air here. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston. The Oilers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Oilers take a 3-possession lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Finds the in route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 30 on 2nd down. He's on the move. He keeps it and takes off.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 1st down, Stroud. Escapes the pocket. He's going to tuck it and run. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Completed over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. Looking to throw, Stroud. Hits him on the out route. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Gotta hurry this to the line. From the gun, Stroud. Brought in close to the 8. And he's gonna be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Stroud off the play fake. And oh, he got it! Interception! Cooper to Gene in to pick it up.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
This offense ready to get going again now. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back, and this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
The give here on second. And he'll get them forward here up to the 24-yard line. Given 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they take not just the victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Oilers, as we'll see you next time from Houston.